Good. Okay, so we're going to call to order the December 1st, 2021 meeting of the Sunbury Services Committee. So can I get a roll call?
Greg Elliott.
Here.
Damon Keppel.
Here.
Joe St. John.
Here. And then assuming everybody's had a chance to review the minutes from the November 3rd meeting, I will make a motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
Roll call?
Greg Elliott.
Yes.
Damon Keppel.
Yes.
Joe St. John.
Yes. All right. I don't have anybody listed in the visitors section, so we can go on to old business. Sunbury Mills tree replacement. So I didn't see any updates on this one from last meeting. Where are we?
It's done.
Completely done? Okay. I did notice them actually doing the work over there. So how long ago did that finish up? Was that last week?
They were able to get it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They were able to get it done before Thanksgiving. They were thinking they might have to extend back and come back after Thanksgiving, but they were able to get it all done. They had probably 5, 6 people at least working on it. And you could tell they planted street trees before. I mean, they had a system. Each person kind of knew what they were doing, and they had one digging, excavating, one going in doing the fine work, and then another one coming behind doing the staking, and then another one coming behind twining and wrapping it and putting the water bags on it. So
How many trees did they do?
64.
Now remind me if any of those don't take, is there insurance or
1 year warranty.
warranty?
on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
I believe the HOA sent out a email that had a kind of a tree care 1-page brochure on how to care for your new tree. So,
And it's on our website.
and it's on our website. So,
Okay, cool. Little Walnut Interceptor Sewer. I noticed, I read ahead to your notes for council on this one. Was there some kind of test that needed done last week?
Well, I don't know if it was last week. The final tests have been completed and they've all passed. The sewer's fine. It's considered substantially complete. It's available for use. I do need to check with head of inspection to see if he actually authorized it for use. The work is, there are 3 items of work that remain that will not likely be completed this year. We'll likely have to wait until the spring to get in and do this. One of them is that since it is so late into the year, the seeding and mulching won't take effect. So they're going to have to use a winter seed to get a growth over for erosion control. And then in the spring, they'll have to come in with the more permanent grass type seeding for those areas that need to be seeded. And so we'll do that first thing in the spring. We have worked up a change order proposal with the contractor for that extra work. That is extra work because he would anticipate it being done by October in order to finish. The second item is the city has decided that rather than try to remove and replace a little section of the fence at the lift station to allow them to put the sewer in, that they're going to replace the entire fence at the lift station. And so we have a proposal from the contractor to do that. Dale has asked that we wait until the spring to put that fence in so that the ground all around the lift station can settle over the winter. We can put the dirt in to replace the settlement, and then they can build the fence at that point. And that way the fence won't settle as well as the dirt when the dirt goes down. Makes a lot of sense to me. So the fence won't be able to be finalized until next spring as well. And then the third element of work is asphalt at the lift station. Some of it was damaged as part of the work, and we knew that. A little more was damaged, and there was a little more decided just to be fixed. And so we have a change order pending with the contractor to repave a significant portion of that asphalt area around the lift station. His contractor couldn't get in this winter. His schedule wouldn't let him in. We reached out to our contractor doing the 2021 street program, see if he was interested in coming in and doing that. And his schedule didn't allow for it either. He has to, I believe he's going to finish the cemetery either today or tomorrow. And as soon as he's done with that, he's got to get out of town and finish up another project before the winter arrives. So we're not going to get the asphalt done this year either. And so we'll just wait. And in part, that's good too, because the asphalt butts right up against some of that area that was backfilled. And so this will give us a chance to make sure that none of that wants to fall off and get fixed as well. And so that's where we stand at the moment. We are finalizing the costs for where we are. We're actually, I don't know how to say this. I'm going to say it nicely, and you're going to attack me for saying it this way. We're actually not as bad off as we think. We are still under the original estimate as far as the budget goes. But some of these costs that we had anticipated for dealing with the lift station came in a little lower than the anticipated costs. So we have managed to bring the project home under that which we thought we were going to end up with. I hope to finish up those summaries tomorrow, and I'll get them out for you and for MS Consultants. They requested that information as well. And at that point, I think we're pretty much at a pause until next year. So,
I have two questions.
sure.
Oh, well, so I think I just answered the first one in my mind. The seating is a change order because of the delays, because of the omission and the having to.
Right. Because of everything that happened, they didn't get done when they thought they would.
So with that, with the omission, have we gotten to any resolution with the original engineer on the missing of the AEP line?
No, I don't believe anything has been discussed with them specifically regarding this matter.
Steve, do you want to add anything to Greg's question?
They have asked for some information,
Who's they?
they being the original engineer.
Okay.
So we're providing some information to them soon. And probably we'll have a discussion after they've had a chance to digest that information.
Okay.
The city did send them a notice of the, Mr. Yost could probably state it best. I don't know exactly what we said, but we put them on notice that there was a problem with their project and that there could be future actions. We didn't say we didn't say that there would be, we didn't say what they would be. And so in response to that, they asked us for a bunch of information regarding the project. I sent them 87 megabytes of electronic files. And so they have a whole bunch of information. The last thing that they've asked for is simply the same thing you have asked for, which is, can you identify all of those activities and costs associated with the lift station and that work. So we're getting that summary together. Did you have a second question?
No,
Okay.
we answered it with that one. Okay.
All right, so moving on to the 2021 streets program paving update.
I think we're all but done. I think there's a couple little, I didn't get a follow-up on this. I was out today, but I believe there was just the 2 or 3 streets in the cemetery that were left to be paved, and they were either going to do it today or tomorrow. I don't remember which, but they're almost done. As soon as they get that done, honestly, that's a 2-hour effort. They'll be out of Dodge.
Nice little word spelled the last couple days. Hope we get it done.
Right.
60 tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard that.
Monday, Brad said they switched over to the small paver, which is indicative of the cemetery late on Monday. And I did see a couple of our guys that work in the cemetery regularly and asked them, and I think they understood my question and said it's done, so.
Okay.
Nice. I do have a question on that. Does CT go back and do the inspections or final approval or sign off on that, or is that the city?
Yeah, that's a project where we're pretty much there all the time, watching them with the milling, make sure they're getting the right depths, watching them with the asphalt, watching the temperatures, watching the rollers. Yeah, we're around quite often during the paving projects.
Cool.
And yes, we do a punch list for defects. They come back, make the little repairs, and then we do a final closeout.
They've got striping to do yet, for sure. Yeah.
Is the striping weather dependent?
It is. I mean, it's probably got to be 40 or 45 and warmer.
Not raining.
And usually not raining. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we're flying through this list, which is not a problem.
I will talk more slowly.
That's okay.
No, that's okay. We're fine. Okay, so wastewater staffing.
I'll let you know, we had a good interview this morning, and Dale has invited that candidate to come tour the plant. So eyes wide open in terms of what they'd be working with and in. It's pretty clean, actually, but make sure if there's never, and this person actually, his father was in wastewater, so he actually worked a summer at a small village in Wayne County, so he's got some exposure to wastewater in that career. He's got a strong science background, so I think, a lot of that operation, when you get to the testing part, is science-based and measurements and mathematics. So I think he could be a good candidate, and he lives very close to, he could literally walk to the plant if he wanted to. So that's a positive too.
On-call rotation.
Yeah.
What are our requirements for that position?
Entry level, there's not, the ability first to have a driver's license and to be insurable, and to not have a driving record that would be a barrier to getting a CDL. At least a high school diploma.
Are they required at some point to get a CDL, or is that just if it's nice to? Okay,
No,
so
that's a requirement because of the vac truck is a CDL, class B CDL with a tanker endorsement. So that's, would be an expectation within, and we're going to really, if we hire this person, encourage it, because the CDL training requirements are changing in early February. They're requiring more. They're requiring actual formal classroom training and some additional. It's kind of ironic in this time where we're having logistics challenges and challenges to fill truck drivers. They're raising that
the bar.
But so that would be potentially one up to Phil, and then
bringing us up to 3 again.
we'll be back to 3, and we reposted the job through social media on our website. Actually, the Facebook thing, I saw Facebook sent me 2 little pop-ups saying 2 people applied, so evidently we have one other applicant that's in front of him that he's looking at. And so we're battling back from 2 to 3 to 4, hopefully here.
Over the next few months, Steve's gonna work really hard with Dale and Kathy and our assistant administrator that we're looking to hire on, I'll say, staffing model, including different classifications, pay rates, just a much more comprehensive way than we're just putting out fires by kind of doing the same thing we've always done under the same model. I would say, I don't want to sign you up for a deadline necessarily, but the deadline I think or the date I have in mind is kind of end of first quarter. We'd have something.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, because we'd like to have that get in front of you before we go through that April cycle of looking at salary increases and things like that. So
Right.
that works well together.
Excellent. Look forward to that. Any other old business from the group or any other updates we haven't touched on or questions? And we're going to move on to new business. We've got streetscapes on the agenda.
That was kind of came in toward the end of the last meeting. Certainly something that we need to work on in that first quarter of 2022. I'd like to provide you with a couple different options on how we might approach that project and how detailed we get on. And that may be one of the second or third things I get our new person to work on. But other than that, I didn't have anything new on it. Just didn't want it to fall off the radar. And I did visit the Franklin, Tennessee website, saw the work that had been done for them. I think they had like a 9-phase plan, and I think they've gotten through one of the 9 phases based upon my quick kind of running through it. It's comprehensive, it's ambitious, and they're kind of working from this core out in terms of trying to impact their streetscape in their downtown area.
Broadly speaking, if they've got 9 phases, what are some of those phases?
I think the first one was really centered around downtown. I think it included, I don't know that they have, if they even at that point in time had decorative signal lamps and, just some of those accoutrements that they needed in the downtown, and trying to create a design theme. I didn't obviously study it at that level of detail. I should have, but
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I have no experience with streetscaping, so I'm interested to see where this goes. I know that driving down through town on Route 3, I had been thinking too that I feel like there needs to be something there. You've got like the back of Ohashi, you've got the embankment there behind or in front of Taco Bell and Chase and all them, and it just seems like a wide open bit of nothing. So after we finish with the square and stuff, I think it'll be interesting to see a more citywide plan kind of take form there, because the area could be beautiful if it's dressed up right, and it doesn't have to have a lot of stuff in it either. It just needs something, I think. So does anybody have anything for the good of the group or any new business?
One thing, and I'm not trying to suck up to you, but should we get the mayor's name on the signage coming into town?
That's a good point.
So I don't know.
Now that he's
Right,
officially
official.
reelected, yeah, I think that would be.
So I don't know if that's something we can look into.
How many, do you know how many signs there are? I know there's this one, and then I passed another
I
one.
know there's
Two.
two.
At least two, because there was one on the west side and one on the south, but there is one up here by the Orthodox Church too,
Yeah.
right?
There's one in 61.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
There is
I
one. on
put any thought
61.
into this, but is this one?
He's got a number.
Probably when Brad took down, was it like a hanger plaque that went below it?
It was.
So he probably still has those hanger
Hmm.
plaques. I don't know
Oh,
if we can
okay, perfect.
reverse them and find the woodworking. No, that won't work. Never mind.
We need new
One
ones.
mayor coming in, one mayor going out.
That's how it works.
Sometimes I think myself right into a box, and that is a good example.
Just put is on the front and was on the back.
Was, yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. I'll talk to Brad about that.
All right, any other new business? All right, then I'm gonna make a motion that we adjourn.
Second,
Roll call?
Greg Elliott,
yes.
Damon Capel,
Yes.
Joe St. John.
Yes.